Hey YouTube, this is Eddie's Tech Talk, and this is a follow-up video to my last video in my Staying Safe on the Internet series about password managers. I've gotten a lot of questions about it from people I know, from people in the comments, and things like that. So I've gotten a lot of questions about it. Why do you need one? Why should I get one? How does this all work? And this video is really kind of seeking to explain that. And then I also created a test user on my computer and a test email account that I just signed up for some accounts. And so we're going to sign up for LastPass together. But in general, a password manager, what that does, it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, a Rolodex, a keychain. It's kind of like a ring of keys, I would say. And instead of having one key for this and one key for that and all this, it creates all your keys for you. You don't have to do that. And that's kind of a strange analogy. It might not really fit that well, but that's really the best way I've thought of to describe it. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife. It has all the passwords and things like that. So what that does is you can change all your passwords. You'll never have to remember a password again. You can change your passwords to every single site that you go to gradually as you move along to more secure generated passwords that, the really complicated ones with all the capital letters and the number signs and the symbols. You won't have to remember those. They're stored in your password manager. So this is twofold. More secure passwords are created for the sites that you use. So if someone hacks a site that you use, say, and you used to use the same password for every account, but now you use a password manager, well, okay, maybe they got your password for that one site, but all your passwords are different now, so, they don't have access to all your information. I know before I used LastPass, I would use the same password in a couple different variations for everything, and that's really not secure. If someone hacked a strange site that I used, oh, well, now they also have my banking password because I use the same password for everything. So that's kind of why you want to use one. You don't have to remember passwords anymore, and it can create and generate new secure passwords for you for all the sites you already use, so you never have to remember a password, and it generates more secure passwords, so you can really kind of improve your life, not get your identity stolen as easy and things like that. There's a lot of password managers out there. There's ones you can have just locally on your system, like KeyPass, and then there's cloud-based or internet password managers like LastPass. That's the one I'll be showing today, just because the convenience of having a cloud-based password manager is really, really big to me because I have the app on my phone, I have the extension in my browsers, things like that. So here we can see I have in the corner, you can see Eddie's Tech Talk. And so this is my test email, and I signed up for Pandora and then Spotify, which have passwords in them, and then also this email account, also I signed up for a password. So we have 3 total accounts that I've signed up for that have passwords with them. So we're gonna go to LastPass. So you get there, this one here, lastpass.com. And so I'll just go over this really quick, just how it works. So in the browser, you get the extension, so you get this, and I'm going to go through all this. That's why I created this test account. You are going to get LastPass. You'll only have to remember this one password, so make a really, really, really good password here so that you can log in to get all your other passwords. So a lot of pressure for this one password, but after that, you'll be fine. And then after that, it adds all your sites. So in this example, it's got Airbnb, Amazon, Best Buy. It'll add all your accounts, and and it's very secure and stuff like that. Although their two-factor app actually had a security flaw recently, but the LastPass app itself does not. So let's get LastPass free. I'm using Google Chrome, but as you saw back there, it works with almost every browser that's out. So we hit that. We're going to hit Add Extension and give it a second. I have very fast internet, gigabit, so I don't know why it took so long. Okay, so now it's been added up here in the upper right hand corner. So we're gonna click that, and then alright, so we need to create an account. So we're gonna use a real email address, which is what is my email address? I think it's view. Let's view my account. There we go. Eddie's Tech Talk test. So we're going to create the account. So we're going to agree to the terms. You can read those over if you'd like. So create an account. So let's make a very strong master password. So make sure that this is the one that you will have to remember as you go forward. So make sure that it's one y'all know and remember, but not the one you've been using for your other accounts. And then you want to do a password hint in case you forget. I would recommend putting that for sure. Like it says here, since they can't reset your password. That's another thing. They can't reset your password because they don't actually possess your password because of the encryption and things. So make sure that you remember this password, but you don't need to remember your other one. So create that, hit next, getting things set up, and now we're in. So it says, all right, we'll help you save your first password. Pick a site below that you use, and from here you can click any of the sites that you use, and you'll go to them, log in as normal, and then it'll add the password. But I didn't sign up for this test account with any of those. So now it's all set. So check out your vault. So then this is going to open the vault. This is the main screen here, and then all the passwords that we get or add will be added here. So you can add a lot of stuff here. Driver's license number in case you forget it and don't have it, but you have your phone, your passport thing, you know, various things. And this is all stored securely in LastPass's cloud. So you can add a lot of different things, Wi-Fi passwords. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this as well. And there's custom items you can create if you're so inclined. So what we're going to do now is, let's say I want to go to Spotify because I signed up for an account on Spotify with this email. I'm probably logged in. Yes, we're going to log out. And so let's say you're going to Spotify, you're going to these places, you just log in as normal. LastPass is working up here in this upper right hand corner. It's working in the background. So after you install LastPass, it's just like I said, it's just going to operate in the background, and you'll see this little icon here. We'll talk about that in a minute. So we're going to log in with the password I created. So this is like a non-secure password. And so we're going to see, I don't even know if I remembered it. Yeah, geez. Oh, I just typed it wrong. Okay, so Google Chrome's going to pop up and ask you if you want to save it. We don't want Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever we use. We don't want that saving it. But now we can see in the corner it says Add to LastPass Spotify, and it's got your email. And we're going to click Add. So you can see I just logged in like normal to my account, and now it's been added. And then I also signed up for Pandora. So we're going to head over to Pandora, and then we're going to log into Pandora. Okay, so now we've logged in, and then we can see in the corner again, Add to LastPass Pandora. We're going to add that again. So now that we've added both of those, we can go back to our LastPass vault here, and we can see both of these accounts have been created or have been added to LastPass. What does that mean? Now that means that your accounts are here, your passwords are here. So then next time that we go, let's say that we log out of Pandora, next time you go to sign into your Pandora, oh, I think LastPass auto-filled that already, but it doesn't do that on some sites. So you'll see this icon right here, this LastPass icon. You'll click it, it'll say, oh, we found a site. That's what the 1 means. And you'll say, okay, I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to click this, and then it fills that so it knows your username, it knows your password, it's stored securely, and then it's going to log you in. Now for the insecure password that you created, you know, okay, it remembered your password. That's not any different than, you know, telling your browser to remember your password. But if we go to our LastPass vault and we go to security challenge, we're going to run that. So that was in the lower left hand corner. We're going to run the security challenge and enter our password. So it's going to say we're gonna look up the email against security breaches, and it's going to show your score. So after you log into a bunch of different sites, your Pandora's, your Spotify's, your email, your bank, your Amazon account, your Google account, your Facebook account, all these things. So you'll want to log into all of those, and then you'll want to run that security challenge. So it'll analyze all your passwords. So you can see that the password I originally set is a strong one, and you can see that we're not doing good with the LastPass standing because I set all my passwords to be the same one to illustrate the point. So none of our passwords have been involved in a security breach, but we have a lot of weak passwords, which you might have as well. So it's going to say, hey, you have some weak passwords. You should change this. Change reused passwords. I reused the same password, and it's going to say, hey, you don't want to do that anymore. So some of them, like Pandora, you have to launch the site to change the password. But some other sites like Spotify, it will change this password for you. So we're going to hit auto change, and we're going to have it change the password. So it will go through all your accounts that it's able to auto change, and it will change all these passwords for you to a secure generated password. Like I said, it's got a lot of uppercase and lowercase letters, a lot of symbols, so it's inherently harder for a hacker to obtain. And then even if they obtain this password, that's only used for that one site. LastPass generates you a new secure password for every site that you use. So if someone hacks into your Spotify, like what happens here, then they don't have access to the rest of your accounts. So it'll go through and do this one-click change on this website. Okay, so after it changes all your auto-change passwords, I think Google will auto-change, LastPass will auto-change Google, Amazon, Facebook, a lot of big sites. But then some other bigger sites like Pandora here, maybe it won't change, and in this case it won't. And it'll say, hey, your password's weak, you should change that. And so we'll go in and do this. I already hit launch site and found my way to the settings page. So we can see what our password, we can see that we have a password, and then we want to change that password. So you'll see over here in the corner, there's a little icon. So you'll click that icon, and then that brings up LastPass, and then this will generate you a password. So you can see that this generated a really secure password, and I'll never remember that password, but LastPass will remember it for us. And then let's say that you need your password to be, maybe for some weird unsecure reason, it can't be bigger than 9 characters. Okay, you can set that. Or it needs to be, it needs to have symbols, or it doesn't, or numbers, or it doesn't. You can really customize the type of password that it generates here. And then you can, if you want to, you can copy that if you need to paste that later. And then you can have it fill that password. So you can see that it filled the password there. And then we're going to hit save. Then it says, please re-enter your password to make changes. So then we'll just put that password in again. Oh, it probably needs my old password, does it not? So we can see the insecure password. I don't know if it needs my old. It probably needs my old password to confirm. Yeah. So I needed my old password to confirm the changes there. So you can see in terms of that, if I wanted to see my old password, if I wanted to actually see what it was, then and I'll do that again for you guys. So if I'm going here, password, okay, enter your password to confirm the changes. It's now hopefully updated with my new password. Yep, so LastPass automatically updated to my new password, I think. But then it let me see if you hit edit this, it'll let you see your username, your password, the page, all that, and you can actually see your old password or have it generate you another one. So let's refresh this page. So yeah, so we can see that the password is now that new longer one. So then that's how you kind of change the password for your sites. So then now if we go to LastPass and we run the security challenge again, so if we run that security challenge again that our passwords have been refreshed, we should get a better score this time around. Yeah, so we can see that our rankings improved significantly. That Pandora password, for whatever reason, it's freaking out a little bit about. But, yeah, so it generated a new password. So we've seen the way that it can auto change a password, and we've seen you be able to change the password yourself. So that's really the basis of LastPass. So so what you should do really is you sign up for LastPass, you log into all your accounts like normal, then just live your life like normal for a few days even. Sign into all your accounts, add them to LastPass, add, and then eventually it'll add all your old unsecure passwords to LastPass. At that point in time, you'll want to come down here to the security challenge, run the security challenge, and then we've already seen it a couple of times, but then it'll show you all your weak passwords, it'll show you how to change them, and all that. So we can actually, I'll sign out of my mail account that I created because it's using an insecure password. Oh my god, MSN. Oh, okay. So we're going to sign into this just to show one more time. So I signed in there with my old insecure password. And so now I'm signed in. It's going to say in the corner, do I want to add that to LastPass? Yes, I sure want to do that. So then it adds it to LastPass. We go to the vault. There it is. And then eventually we can run that security challenge and then change the password again. And then if you ever want to, there's some settings up here. See, it says it's detected you've used that password to log in on other sites. And it'll even tell you, hey, that's a duplicate password you just logged in. Are you sure you don't want to change that? And then you can run that security challenge. But in here we can see if you just want to generate a password for whatever reason, say that icon doesn't come up, you can just do it right here in the side. You can look at your recently used accounts and go to any of those, and do any of that. You can add things right from here. So I'm over here in Pandora, but I can add some things to LastPass at the same time. So really, really awesome, very secure. Hopefully this helps you guys out, helps you learn why you need a password manager and also how to use one. So again, just a quick recap at the end here. You're going to go to LastPass.com. You're going to hit Get LastPass Free here in the corner. You're going to create that account with that one secure password that you need to remember. And then at that point, log into all your accounts for a few days. Treat your life like normal. And then after that, after a few days, come back to LastPass, run that security challenge, go through and change all those passwords either by auto-changing them or by having it generate you a password that changes it, and then you can re-add it to LastPass like what happened with Pandora over here. So let me know what you guys thought of this video. Please like, rate, comment, and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you in the next one.